was definitely hoping to make more progress today than this. Hamburger. Am I able to, like, call somebody? Or, you know, like... Goodness. Oh my goodness. I guess it was because I was already in this area and I needed to go into this... sucker fool. Yes, Lloyd speaking. It's Ellie. I heard something unsettling that I thought I should report to you. Teal's with me now, by the way. Hello, Lloyd. Oh, you guys met up. Okay, Ellie, what did you want to report? About Colin. Apparently he was sighted standing at the pier watching all the boats. I knew we were going to Michelin. We're doing the auction one way or another. Nobody saw where he went after that, though. I asked Zeet to search for a scent in the surrounding area, but upon climbing the stairs exiting the pier, Colin's scent suddenly vanished. Vanished? Yes, at the southeastern end of the harbor district. What could this mean? Could it be? Fell into the river? Couldn't have. Did he fall into the river? Silly detective. You may want to recount the details you were given. In that pub of yours state that he climbed the stairs from the pier. That's true. He couldn't have been carried off by someone. Either a lingering trail of his scent would remain. However, what if he were to suddenly enter an enclosed space? Well, that's what I thought it was, but, you know, like the stairs to the pier, you know, how am I supposed to know what the stairs to the pier look like? Must have entered an automobile. That was gonna be my guess, but I was looking for boat. Oh, I see. Your logic is sound. Now you get it. With that in mind, the question now becomes, which vehicle did he enter? By the way, Lloyd, are you with someone? I believe I heard a voice of a young girl with you, and it's a bit of a long story. Anyway, why don't we meet up and sift through the details? Hey, detective, I'm gonna borrow the SSS terminal for a bit. You're gonna do what? Hold on a second. Ellie Teal, do me a favor. Contact Randy and head back to base ASAP. I'll explain everything once you're there. Okay, understood. I don't quite understand what's going on, but Roger, I suppose. Are you searching for information on that vehicle through the Orbital network? Correct. I'm attempting to locate anything on vehicles parked at the southeast part of Harbor District in the past hour. Of course, I'm searching every Orbital database accessible from within Crossbell City. Oh, perhaps I should hack the IBC's terminal and that Geofront one that Freckles is so very fond of. You can do that, Ren. Just who are you? I'm starting to think you're not just the granddaughter of some doll maker. Oh, Grandpa Jorg is just an associate of mine. He's a friend who repaired my dear patter matter for me. And since I don't trust the professor, I had to discreetly ask elsewhere about fixes. The professor? And what the heck is a patter matter? It's not something you need to worry about. After all, I'm only here to observe Crossbell, under the persona of Kitty, of course. I knew it. You know, playing that little game of tag was quite an enjoyable diversion. Freckles is formidable behind a terminal, but that friend of yours knows her stuff too. Though I have a sneaking suspicion that she used a certain little trick of hers to gain the upper hand. Who even figured that out? Here, Lloyd. We came back as soon as we could, but... Oh, this girl again. Ain't she that doll maker's grandkid? Yeah, like I said, it's a long story. Found it. Looks like a Rhymes delivery truck was parked there 30 minutes ago. And it was heading to Bellegarde Gate. Now for the truck's number. Here it is. Try contacting the driver with this number. I'm all but certain that this will lead us to our missing boy. Dang it, we're not going to Michelin. Good work. Could you explain what's happening now? Yeah, man, I'm having a hard time following this. Oh, of course. You must be Kitty. What? Oh man, and I thought I was confused before. I'm completely lost now. I really appreciate you guys playing with me yesterday. It was oh so fun. However, I think we can save the explanations until after you found the boy. Makes a valid point. Alright then, I'll give their number a call and see if they pick up. Lloydo called the number. Rhymes Deliveries, how can I help you? Hello there. Sorry to bother you, but I'm with the CPD Special Support Section. Oh, thank Adios. I was minutes away from calling the Bracer Guild or the police, but I didn't have either of their numbers memorized, so I just called my dad and... Please, sir, just take a breath. You sound like you're in a panic if something happened. Well, you see, that little kid ran off somewhere. I have no clue where, though. It must be him. Currently parked in the middle of West Crossbell Highway. I went to check my load after hearing some sounds, and I found that kid in the back. Must have snuck in somehow. I knew that taking him to Bellegarde Gate would be a mess, so I tried calling my boss to ask for help. While I was on the call, he must have went and wandered away from the truck. Lloyd, what's the matter? I've got a bit of an issue. Briefly explained. He what? Unbelievable. This is bad news. Agreed. Let's hurry and locate the driver. Listen, we're heading your way ASAP. Don't go anywhere, okay? Keep your truck exactly where it's parked. There's always a chance he'll come back. Right. Just hurry, okay? This is stressing me out. Everyone, we're heading to the west exit. And Ren, you can... I'm coming with. I promise that I won't slow you down. But I think it would be safer if you waited here for us to return. Did you forget already? I was the one who discovered the boy's whereabouts. Thus, I have an obligation to see how this unfolds. No matter what fate has in store for him. That sounds ominous. I don't know what your deal is, kid, but it's clear you ain't letting this go. Time's a wasting, Lloyd. Come on. Just let her tag along. You're right, Ren. I know you aren't an ordinary girl, but that doesn't mean you can do anything crazy. I need you to let us handle whatever happens. Can you do that for me? Fine, fine. In return, I'd appreciate if you stop treating me like a child. I think I've proven I can handle myself by now. Guess that's fair. Alright everyone, to the west exit. Our plan is to get to the West Crossbell Highway and commence our search for Colin right away. Roger that. West is in West Street. Well, that search was obnoxious, but we've overcome our trials and tribulations, and now we are making progress. Tio, can you scan the surrounding area? Roger. Hey, Narv. David Axelrod as you live and breathe. Something like that. A little bit more Axelrod, a lot less David. I was unable to detect him within close proximity of Crossbell City. However, I am detecting a slight reaction from a transportation truck approximately 60 selge away from us. Just means we gotta go flag down this truck then. Normal staff. Very interesting. I recall the other professor having a weapon similar to yours. The Epstein Foundation's gone and created quite the amusing trinket, haven't they? The other professor? And you claim he had an orbital staff. This is supposed to be the Foundation's latest model. You couldn't be. Couldn't be what? In any event, we should focus on finding that silly little boy. Before tragedy befalls his adorable little face. Yeah, you're right. Let's continue the search then. look at this car. Look at those flames. Oh. Wait, how long has it been since I've fought these things? Just woke up from your slumber. You dreamt about puppies and kittens. It was a cool dream until one of the kittens bit your finger. Vicious animals. I mean, you should be grateful that the dog didn't bite your finger, because you might have lost your finger. Well, I can one-shot the enemies, but I can't turn them into Sepith. Wasn't this like a level 30 treasure chest? I seem to remember that being the case. $35. Well, I tried doing one battle that was 5 levels higher than me, and that went very poorly for me, so probably not gonna try something that's 9 levels. Oh. Man, I hope those guys get here soon. That kid's gonna be in some real trouble if they don't hurry up. Hey. You came. Oh, what a relief. You guys got here quicker than I expected. We're sorry to keep you waiting. Hey, mister. Have you heard any blood-curdling screams since the boy disappeared? Or maybe the sound of something falling off the cliffside and violently hitting the ground? What? No, I don't think so. Well, that's good news then. It means our naughty little boy is still alive and well. Shall we be off then, detective? Yeah. She sure is something. She assessed the situation so quickly, it's hard to believe she's only a child. Her being Kitty makes perfect sense now. Have I been in this direction before? Oh, I mean, collected all of these treasure chests, so I have been here before. Come back. Did you hear that? Which way did it come from? South, I believe. Yeah, it sounded like he was coming from the direction of the police academy. Alright, let's hurry and check it out. So he's safe then. There he is. Hey, don't go. Careful, it might morph into a mighty monster. Mothra. And we don't have Godzilla to save you. He was chasing a butterfly all the way out here. He's a curious little brat, I'll give him that much. He's had a long day now. Let's get him home. No, those are... Huh. This is bad. Can we make it in time? We have to keep them away from Colin. Ah. Wait, Ren! Stay away from him. Everyone please, leave it to us. Time to clean house. Time to get a little piece of the action. This guy's got some HPs. Those trucks totally have cat ears. There's some... Oh, come on. 40% chance to dodge on Lloyd, and they're blinded, and you go 2 for 2. I'm calling shenanigans. Fire. What you're weak against? You don't hardly have any fire. Right, you're gonna drop a heal on Lloydo. Alright, one down. Probably a little risky. Let's see here. Another crash bomb. Maybe get lucky and light him on fire. Nope. So yeah, I'm gonna let you get the double attack. Means double the missing, right? Alrighty. Yes. It's not really what I wanted. Power Smash. I was expecting that to miss. 100%. What a sucker. Oh, that's good news. You'll probably want to heal yourself. I was supposed to do the blind right there. Maybe it'll work out. Some regular sharpshooters. $300. I'm not even sure if this is going to do 300. All right. It's kind of close. Appreciate the extra damage. Get everybody healed up. Oh, never mind. I had the Sepith thing. I was like, oh, the Sepith is popping out now. Hey, level up. I don't know how Randy overtook everybody. Strike Bell. The perfect craft for Crossbell. You strike it this way, you strike it that way. You've created an X. That could have turned out real bad. You're right, but wait, what about Ren and Colin? It's okay, everything will be alright now. These nice people took care of all those big scary monsters for you. You're safe now, okay? Please don't cry. Wait, why are you crying? I already said nothing is going to hurt you anymore. I was. Never meant to save you, to involve myself like this. Ren, are you... Moronic, how utterly, completely moronic. I just wanted to observe. I decided I wasn't going to get involved. Why? Why did I... Oh, Ren. I can't pretend to know or understand your circumstances, Ren, but I think it's clear that you acted to save someone you care about, with your own two hands. The warmth that boy feels in your arms is proof enough. You did most of the work finding him. We were little more than backup, honestly. But still, I'm glad you were here. It was an honor to help you, Ren. To help you protect what's important. I don't. I guess you've resorted to little kids. You sucker fool. Bruh, get that kid out of Lloyd's bed. Put him in one of the guest rooms. What's wrong with you? Probably has his shoes on still. I guess he finally tired himself out. Sure is cute when he sleeps. A pure innocent child free from the evils of the world. He's grown so much. Ren, you should know I just contacted his parents. They're on their way here now. Is that so? You're the one who saved his life, Ren. I think it's only right that we introduce you to them. Thank you, but there is no need. I'd rather you not tell them my name, or even that I was here at all. It's unnecessary. But... Listen, Ren. It's obvious you're something special. Children your age just can't do the things you're able to. Your skill with that scythe, your hacking as Kitty, not to mention your logic and analytical skills were the key to finding Colin. Honestly, it's hard to believe that someone as brilliant as you even exists in the first place. I don't think it would be an exaggeration to call you a true genius. Or, a genuis. Looks like you figured me out, Detective. Yes, that's the essence of who I am. I can process information and immediately make the appropriate adjustments to nearly any situation. My combat hacking, doctoral dissertations, archaism control, and not to mention tea etiquette. All of it is made possible by my true essence. Doctoral dissertations? Never mind. So in other words, you're able to figure out just how to bring about any outcome you want to make your dreams a reality. That's one way to put it, yes. Despite how impossible something may seem, I know what is necessary to make it happen. No, that's not quite right. To be more accurate, I know how to manipulate the world into giving me whatever I want. That's my true power. So that's how you see it. Then, what do you actually wish for? From the bottom of your heart, what do you want most? Pardon? The way you describe yourself, you're like a princess who can make the world grant any wish you desire. But I don't buy that. To me, you look like a lost kitten, confused about where she is and where she should go. Or maybe you actually do know where you should go. Maybe you just think there are too many obstacles in your way that you can't make it there. I'm right, aren't I? That's just what my intuition is telling me, so I apologize if I'm out of line or off base. But remember, we're the special support section. If we find someone in need, we want to help them to the best of our ability. That includes you, Ren. Even if we can't walk you all the way home, we can at least give you the first boost you need to overcome those obstacles. Wasn't expecting you to be as good at making up stories as you are at solving cases. How could someone like you possibly understand someone like me? I can't, and I won't pretend I'm able to. But maybe others can. People that you'll want nothing more than to trust and rely on. I'm sure right now you have a ton of things to work through, a ton of challenges to overcome. So why don't you lean on us just a little as you begin your climb? You don't. Lloyd, the Hayworths just arrived. I'm sending them in, okay? Wait a second. If you want, you can hide in that closet, okay? Alright, Ellie, you can send them in now. Okay, just a moment. My boy! Colin! Adios, thank you. Oh, thank you. Where's Ren? I'll explain later, but she's hiding in the closet over there. What? Why would she do that? Feels like we're missing something. Thank you. Why did she whisper that? Yeah, they tried to sneak that by, but I ain't gonna let that one slide. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. For the rest of our lives, we'll never forget what you've done for us today. Harold deeply bowed his head in appreciation. Oh no, please, there's no need for that. Right, we were just doing our jobs. No, you don't understand. If you hadn't found him, Colin would be. He could have. Truly, thank you. Alright, honey, everything is fine now. Why are they so... Colin. Mama, Papa, what are you doing here? Oh, Colin. Thank the goddess he's okay. Don't you know how much you made us worry? Oh, I had so much fun today. First, I followed the Mishi car all over the city, and I made tons of new friends. When we were playing hide and seek, I thought I would hide in this big truck, but then it got all dark and started to move. When I finally got out, I saw this yellow butterfly and started to chase it. It was so pretty. And then... Wait, where's the purple girl? Purple? Girl? Yeah, should have seen her. She was so strong. She was nice and smelled nice. And she had purple hair just like Papa's. What? Excuse me, everyone. Just who is this girl he's talking about? Well, there was a girl who offered to help us search for Colin. She might have been a tourist, but we can't be sure. She didn't tell us much about herself. I see, thank you. It couldn't be. I wish that I could see her again, so we could play together again. Colin. Looks like he went right back to sleep. He's welcome to rest here as long as he needs, Mr. Hayworth. We don't mind, honestly. You've already done so much for us. A girl with the same color hair as me, though. Perhaps this is the goddess's protection. She sent her to save Colin. It must be. Two must have gone through quite a lot. It's okay, dear, you can tell them. They've done so much for us, it's only fair that we share our story. You're right. The truth is, we once had a daughter. But that was more than 7 years ago. Had? Does that mean... Yes, we lost her in a terrible accident. No, accident is too forgiving a word. Our daughter, we may as well have killed her ourselves. What? What are you saying? Backstory time. 8 years ago. Didn't they say she was 7 years old? Or 7 years ago or something? I just started my trading business. I was struggling to survive in Crossbell's growing cutthroat market. As a result, I took a risk investing in a company from the Calvard Republic, and in the process, I racked up a very large debt. So we lived on the run with our little girl. We ran and ran and ran, but the debt collectors always caught up. No place was safe for us. We knew it was only a matter of time before the Mafia decided to settle things once and for all. Fearing that, we entrusted our daughter to an old friend. This friend lived in the Republic, and he was someone I trusted dearly. My intention was to repay my debts, and after wiping my slate clean, return for our daughter. Luckily, with sound advice from a reliable lawyer, we were able to crawl out of debt. I rebuilt my livelihood by using every connection at my disposal and working relentlessly. Somehow, some way, I managed to repay the entire sum in just 1 year. It meant I could finally see my daughter again. We could go back to being a family again. Or at least that's what I thought. When we returned to my friend's estate, it was gone, burned down in a fire. At that time, there was a rampant string of organized arson and burglary cases in the Republic. My friend's home was one such victim. Because it was in a rural area, the authorities were unaware and hadn't responded. And our daughter, who we'd entrusted to him, was... We searched through the wreckage. We were frantic, desperate to find her. But the bodies were burned beyond recognition. All the autopsies could confirm was that everyone in the house had died. Thanks, autopsies. Yeah, you did great. Our daughter, our irreplaceable treasure, was gone forever. All that remained was despair. After sending our only daughter to her death, we no longer knew what we were living for. We even thought about taking our own lives. But then Sophia discovered she was pregnant. She was carrying our second child, Colin, the little brother our baby girl would never know. Colin became everything, our new reason for living. I then dedicated myself to honest trade, determined to avoid repeating past mistakes. Once Colin was born, we felt as if we could finally start over. Though in truth, all we were really doing was living in denial. And not just the denial of our grief from losing our daughter, we were also in denial of our guilt. The guilt we held for the sin we had committed. That is the burden we carry. Forgive me for putting you through such a long, sad tale. Well, that's what happened. I don't know what to say. Darn, my condolences. As our son grew older, he reminded us more and more of our late daughter. And before we knew it, we were gripped by those pangs of guilt we'd long tried to bury. We should have never let go of her little hand. Families are supposed to stay together no matter how painful things are. What kind of parent leaves their child behind? We were consumed by that regret. And so we resolved to look at things in a different, more optimistic light. We believe that it was through our daughter and the guidance of the goddess herself that we were blessed to have Colin. Therefore, to honor that blessing, our family must persevere and find peace. That's the only way we can repay our daughter for watching over us as she has. Believe me, we're painfully aware of how selfish it sounds, but it's all we can do. Mr. Hayworth. Man, you haven't mentioned your daughter's name a single time. Hey, Liberated Toaster. We all simply have to do whatever we can to overcome our guilt and regrets. Yeah, sometimes the best way to mourn someone is to just move forward, keeping them in your heart. Thank you for saying so. I hope you're right. That aside, there's something I still don't understand. The girl that helped Colin had purple hair like mine, is that right? Our late daughter also had my same hair color. Oh? Do you mean... yes. It's as if our little girl came down from heaven to protect Colin herself. Would you do me a favor, everyone? If you happen to see her again, could you please let us know? Please. We'd love to meet her and give her our sincerest gratitude. Of course. If we see her again, we'll pass along the message. Surprised Ren wasn't balling up a storm in that closet. Got rivers of tears flowing out. They left, Ren. It's okay, you can come out now. Oh, Ren. Are you really okay with this? If you run, I'm sure you'd be able to catch up with them. No, it's fine. Just that one of my reasons for coming to Crossbell is gone now. So this is fine. Okay then. Hold on, Ren. Are you absolutely sure? Have you truly thought this all the way through? Aren't they your... Easy there, Madame Wiley. There are some things that go wrong in this world that the average person can't understand, can't fix. Stuff like this, it's not really something we get a say in. I know that, but I'm inclined to agree with Randy. Please, there's no reason to make such a sad face. Thank you, Detective. You were right. There have been obstacles blocking my way home. So thank you for removing that one. I see. Well, I'm just happy we could help, Ren. Of course. It would be rude of me to ignore the rest of you. Thank you too, Ellie, Tio, Randy. I promise that I'll find a way to repay you for all you've done for me. For now, I'll have to excuse myself. If you're curious, so Ren's door is her perspective of the events. That's what I figured. So, me knowing who Ren is and how Ren has acted in the past and things like that from Trails in the Sky, I can make the possible inferences that Ren is the one that caused all the arson and whatnot, and obviously, she becomes an enforcer and all this other stuff. So there's a lot involved in there, but I guess to also clarify, I have not seen Ren's door from Trails in the Sky the Third, and having seen this backstory, it totally does not seem necessary to even go watch it. Is this really what people wanted me to watch Ren's door 4? Like, just this? If it's only this, then I'm confused. I don't get it. Are we really doing the right thing? Shouldn't we chase after her? And I know it crossed my mind too, but I don't think that's our role in all this. What do you mean? Is that your intuition? Is that what your intuition is saying? No, it's nothing like that. Hello, anyone here? That voice. I think it came from the first floor. I bet you it's the lawyer. Oh, it's you two. What brings you here? I was wrong. Of course they show up as Ren leaves. Hey there, guys. Sorry for barging in here like this. We probably should have called ahead of time. We have something urgent we really need to confirm with you, though. Could you spare us a few minutes? It shouldn't take long. Sure, I don't see why not. Something going on. Is this related to the Swar's auction, perhaps? No, actually. We had to put that on the back burner for a bit, unfortunately. The thing is, I heard from an eyewitness that Lloyd was walking around with a certain girl this afternoon. Huh? A young girl with purple hair. One that was probably wearing a frilly white dress. Wait, so you're talking about Ren, right? I knew it. Wait a minute. You two know her? Yeah, it's kind of a long story. We haven't seen her in months, but suppose it's true. She really is in Crossbell. Still, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm just so relieved that my legs gave out from under me. Alright, now's not the time to be sitting around on my butt. I'm hunting you down, Missy, and you can't stop me. Well, dang, looks like Ren's one popular kiddo. Not to mention her rivalry with Yona. She really knows how to leave an impression. Wait a minute, you don't mean to say that Ren is a bracer, do you? I know she's talented, but she's too young to be doing something so dangerous. No, she's not a bracer. She's someone special to us. For the last 6 months, we've been chasing her everywhere, hoping to catch her, and finally, well, invite her to become part of our family. Your family? I can't even begin to imagine how all of this started. Yeah, it's pretty complicated, honestly. We only learned the full story ourselves after coming here to Crossbell. Hey now, it's not like you to get so discouraged. You were just telling me earlier how the Hayworth story was going to be crucial in getting Ren to open up to us, remember? Yes, that's right. It definitely will. The Hayworths? You mean Harold and Sophia Hayworth? What? How do you guys know those names? I was just about to ask you the same. Lloyd, it might help to fill them in on everything that happened today. More on the emotional payoff and fill some knowledge. Okay. Yeah, so, like, sure, I get it. The Trails games, they're all about setups and payoffs and things like that. But I've been saying this for a long time. I've told Mr. JRPG this already. I've told several people this already. There are lots of things in the Trails games that are small details, and then there's like the big details. You know, the main story, everything that happens in the main story, those are big details. In the Trails in the Sky game, you know, uncovering who this mysterious shadow organization is, and at the end, finally learning about the mysterious shadow organization and some of their members. Those are big details. Learning where Sherazard comes from and her past, those are small details. Those don't affect anything in the story unless they have some relation to the main story. Ren's a very cool character. She seems to be prominent in the Trails games. But learning where she came from, learning how her circumstances led her to become who she is, those are nice. Those are fine. Those are acceptable. I'd certainly like to see those. But I'm not going to go out of my way to go view them or get that information because they're small details. They have nothing to do with the main story. My mission for this game is to learn how the circumstances in Crossbell come to pass. And Ren's backstory has nothing to do with that as far as I'm aware of right now. So that's my stance on it. And that's why I have still yet to watch all the doors in Trails of the Sky the Third, and why I probably won't go back to watch those doors. Well, there you go. Clip it and ship it or something. And so, you just missed her. The two of you showed up right after she left. Estelle? I'm fine. It's just, I can't stop. It's okay, Estelle. Yeah, sorry, Joshua. And you guys for causing such a scene. I just don't know what to say. She wasn't abandoned. Her parents never stopped loving her. And she was finally able to face the bittersweet truth. A bittersweet truth. So you knew the Hayworth story too. Yes, and all the sorrow, grief, and misunderstandings involved. Ren's been lying to herself most of her life. It was all she could do to protect herself from the cruel path she was forced onto. By trying to replace her parents with patter matter, she abandoned all hope of ever uncovering the truth. But maybe that's understandable. It's not uncommon for kids to protect themselves with psychological defenses like that. Yes, however, so long as she relies on those, she will be unable to move forward. And she cannot return to her past either. Right. And that's why we resolved to help Ren find the courage to face the truth of her past. The truth may be tragic, but you can feel the love buried deep within it, the warmth it carries. Because of that, we believed she could overcome it. But in the end, it seems we didn't even need to tell her that ourselves. Yeah. Looked to me like she came to terms with it on her own. I'm glad. Thank you, Lloyd, Special Support Section. I don't know how we can repay you. Please, don't worry about it. No, you can start dropping some knowledge, you know. The Special Support Section doesn't know anything that's going on. We haven't even gotten any Shadow Organization stuff going on in this game yet. I'm 20-something hours, and there's been no hint of it outside of Ren being around. But Ren being around doesn't necessarily mean anything. Don't worry about it. Ren helped us, and the rest just sort of came together on its own. That's right. Sniffle. Okay, it's decided. Since our biggest obstacle is gone now, I won't be holding back anymore. You better watch out, Ren. With that out of the way, I'm going to catch you and make you part of the Bright family for sure. There she is. I think watching that just gave me whiplash, but no doubt about it, that's the Estelle we know and love. Indeed, her optimism is blinding. That's one of her strong points. There's nothing more terrifying than a wild Estelle caught up in the moment. And you don't forget it, Busta. Guys, leave Ren to us. Lloyd, Ellie, Tio, and Randy. Sure, we've said it plenty of times by now, but let me say it again one more time. Thank you so much, really. Estelle bowed her head. Estelle, it's fine. He's right, Estelle. Listen, guys, if you ever need a hand with anything, don't hesitate to call us. I think by now, we're all past this whole police versus bracers rivalry. Hear, hear. If you ever need us, you can bet your sweet bippies will come running. We'll keep that in mind, thanks. If the going gets rough, I know exactly who we're calling first. Yeah, get the step in, Arios. We don't want to see you anywhere. Afterward, the SSS, Estelle, and Joshua went over to Long Lao Tavern and Inn on East Street and bonded over dinner. There they discussed the truth behind the incident that happened in the Liberal Kingdom, as well as various details of the Bracer's journey. Oh, you don't want to just, throw me in a little bit in there? Why are you keeping that out? And the SSS learned of the enigmatic organization known as the Society that Ren is affiliated with. See, I would have liked them. I know it would be rehashing information, but this game, or these Trails games, they rehash a lot of information. Seeing the reactions and getting, like the other perspective per se of that conversation, I really wish we got to see that conversation. Of all the conversations that we get, this is just one of those moments where it's like you chose to elaborate on so many other things in this game, but learning about the Society and seeing the characters that the protagonists of this game, learning about the Society, that's a big deal. And you just gonna gloss over that. I'm salty. All in all, the group shared a variety of stories and secrets well into the night, bringing the 4th day of the anniversary festival to a close. But it's our first mention of the Society. Well, I guess it's the second one. They mentioned Enforcer a little bit earlier, but they didn't really mention it. So we finally got the Society, which means that this party, the Swords auction, that's where the Society is going to step in, right? I've been thinking I guess we haven't had anything super crazy happen. So, but I was thinking normally the Trails games, they have the rise to the action, and then you hit that pinnacle point of yeah, this is crazy, and then it plummets down to, man, how could you go all the way down here after reaching this moment? But we haven't really gotten there yet. It's just been kind of a very, very slight incline. Very, very slight. Man, I'm still blown away by everything that went on yesterday. Those 2 Bracer pals of ours have been through a heck of a lot. I heard my fair share of stories about what happened in Liberl, but the truth behind everything was even more surprising. There's also the Society. I've heard speculation that they might even surpass the Epstein Foundation and ZCF in terms of cutting-edge technology. Even so, I'm still surprised by the extent of their capabilities. Yeah, honestly, it still doesn't even seem real to me. According to what Joshua said, the Society's influence hasn't extended to Crossbell quite yet. Perhaps it's harder for them to act under the eyes of the Empire and Republic. Intelligence personnel from both countries are probably hiding all over the place, though they wouldn't want to be caught. If it's not one shady undercover organization, it's another, I guess. A mysterious society, intelligence agencies, a massive crime syndicate. We got bad guys lining up to carve out a piece of Crossbell for themselves. Exactly. Good morning. Rhymes Deliveries here. Oh, it's you. You're the delivery man we met yesterday. Yes, I can't thank you enough. I'm so glad you ended up finding that kid. I bet his parents were freaking out. You're right about that. Hope everything went over well with your company. Well, the Guardian Force was a little peeved at the late delivery. Luckily, I wasn't blamed too much by my, dad, my boss. He tore me a new one about inspecting the inside of the truck before I drove off, but that was it. Well, I imagine you are lucky to have gotten off with just that. For sure. For sure. Oops, that's right. I almost forgot I'm here on business. Got a package for you. Huh. Is it from headquarters? All I know is it came in first thing in the morning and was marked for express delivery. So here you go. A small package. What is this? It's extremely tiny. It's going to be an invitation to the Swords auction. That is my prediction. Well, my job is done. So I got more deliveries to get to, so I'll head on out now. Sounds good, thanks. Please be sure to avoid accidentally transporting any more lost children. Trust me, lesson learned. That was disrespectful of Tio to say. So, who's it from? Let's see here. It says it's from Kitty. Really? Ren. An invitation to the S'wars auction. Come on. I see that card right there. I see it. I was right. Lloyd opened the package and removed its contents. A card with the written message accompanied by a set of jet black cards were found inside. I am such a boss. I mean, obviously this was going to be the line that they were going to be going, because we've been talking about the S'wars auction this entire time, and so it's not like I made the greatest leap, but it still feels good. They could have ignored the S'wars auction. They could have made the next chapter, since this one's about the festival. But I guess it happens on the last day of the festival, so if they're going to do it, you have to do it here, but whatever. I'm taking the point. I'm giving you these cards as a thank you gift for yesterday. I'd originally intended to see the event for myself, thinking there might be some interesting toys there, but I decided to hand these over to you instead. Have fun, special support section. Golden Rose card. Wars auction invitations. How in the world did she get her hands on something like this? These things are only sent out to Zemuria's top VIPs, right? Furthermore, how did she know we were looking into the auction in the first place? When it comes to her, it's probably better we don't try to make sense of things. More importantly, are these cards the real deal? I would hope so. They certainly give off a luxurious feeling, so I think there's a good chance they are. A seal of a golden rose. It even uses real gold leaf. The event starts at 7 tonight at Speaker Hartman's mansion in Michelin. Hey guys, I know the chief warned us not to mess with this, but no need to finish, Lloyd. I'm not one to ignore a young lady's generosity. We're lucky the chief had a meeting at headquarters today. You're sure about this? I don't want you guys to feel like you need to come along just because I can't let go of it. You're not the only one here. In fact, I may even be more interested in the auction than you are. After all, it seems to be a gathering place for people from the same background as me. I too am genuinely curious about this auction. I'd like to see those interesting toys that Ren mentioned in her letter for myself. Me? I'm just looking forward to seeing if this fancy star-studded shindig lives up to all the hype. After all, who am I to turn down a night of food, drink, and barside chats with lovely high-class ladies? No way I could pass up an opportunity like this. Everyone. Today's the final day of the festival. Let's do our work until noon, then head over to the boarding dock in the Harbor District. If we're really going to infiltrate the auction, we can figure out our plan of attack on the way to Michelin. Yes, understood. Well, what do you say we go ahead and knock out the support request for now, huh? Right, we should check the terminal to see if it's been updated with any new ones. I'd rather not. I'd rather just go directly to the whatchamacallit and just make our way automatically over there. But of course, you know that's not going to happen. I'm going to get myself a drink of water, then I'm going to mark, and then we're going to continue. Drink of water. Mar.